We're live on the television talk show Issues, having a great time as always. You know, we're on in 4 states: Mississippi, Alabama, Tennessee, and Arkansas. And today on the show, we're going to be dealing with so many things that are going on in the community and around in the areas. Plus, you know, we ventured out to a lot of Easter celebrations, and the kids had great times, and the parents had great times, and the sponsors were all over the place. One time for the first annual Country Air Mom and Dad's Day that they did in the community, the moms and dads got together with their kids and had such a great time. Plus, we was in Simscott Park with Councilman Stephen Jones doing his great deal in his ward, Ward 5, with so many people to come out and giving away eggs and items and food. And plus, they had a great turnout at the Columbus Fairgrounds with Pierre Beard, him and his crew. They did a great deal as well. But today on the show, we're going to be dealing with some issues that takes place all over the world, and it's drugs and drug addictions. Plus, we're going to have a young lady on the show as well to talk about the different abuses, not necessarily drugs, but day-to-day obstacles in homes with husband and wives and husbands, you know, dealing with different things like that. But right now on the show today, we have Mr. Dismuke, and he's going to talk to us about what's going on with his day-to-day obstacles, should I say. Mr. Dismuke, welcome to the show. How you doing?
Thank you, brother. Thank you. Glad to be with you.
Can you give us a little detail of what you do on a day-to-day with the city dealing with the drug court?
Well, we have here locally, we have 2 drug courts. We have the circuit court drug court, which is a felony drug court, and we have the misdemeanor drug court.
Okay.
And I work as the program coordinator for the Columbus Municipal Drug Court, which is the misdemeanor court.
Okay.
The differences in the courts is basically they have more time. Of course, felonies require, can get you more time in prison and on probation. We have a year to work with our people. So it puts us in a situation where we don't really have a lot of time to waste.
Okay.
And the objective is to prevent them from getting to the other court or to a felony.
Okay, all right.
So on a day-to-day basis, right now we have about 50 clients, and they come in, and in our program, based on what crime they committed, we set them up on a normal. If they're a hardcore drug addict, we'll get them in. We'll do an assessment on them, a needs risk assessment on them to see whether or not, you know, what kind of program we have to administer to them.
Okay.
Once we get that assessment done, then we can assign them. We have a therapist whose office is very close, and we have a judge whose office is also very close.
Right.
And we have myself, and we have a case manager.
Okay.
And we provide them with support. We don't do a lot of policing them. We do basically supporting them,
Giving them another chance.
giving them another chance, and also if we realize that they, based on their charges and the charges they've committed, first of all, they have to be nonviolent, drug, offenders, and we want to get them in and get them going in different meetings and support groups, and even we reserve the right to suggest that they go to treatment.
Right, and I think that was one of the things District Attorney Scott Colon, that was his pledge to actually, try to help people if they got a drug issue, not necessarily trying to throw them away because they were on drugs.
He when he was the city attorney or the city prosecutor, he worked as a partner with drug court.
Okay.
And he really came up with some good ideas. Matter of fact, the terms as far as people with marijuana possession charges may have a problem with smoking weed. We wouldn't give them the whole send them off to treatment and so on and so forth. We would just basically support them through meetings and counseling and things of that nature.
Okay.
And that was, and right now everybody had to, at that time, everybody had to be in there 12 months. Now we've broken it down to 6, 9, and 12 months. Based on if you're doing everything you're supposed to do, you come in, you're making your meetings, and you're compliant.
Okay.
Then you can get out in 6 months. You know, with the smaller charges. But if
Okay.
we have a DUI 2 or you know, some other charge, possession of you know, marijuana and something else.
I mean, because there's so many different types of drugs that are running out there now.
Absolutely.
You got crack cocaine, you have meth.
Crack is really now kind of like on the back burner.
Okay, so
Yeah.
what is it? Meth and ice?
Methamphetamine, which is and ice are basically the same.
Okay.
That is kind of the big daddy now.
Okay. Okay.
And I've heard it put in terms of people in group as crack is methamphetamine's little baby.
Right. Okay, we'll be right back in just a moment after these commercial breaks to talk more with Mr. Dishmuke here about the next steps that they take once they complete the program. And again, check us out, Issues Television Talk Show. Like us on Facebook. Either give us a call if you got an issue at 662-386-6064. And plus, you can always reach out to us if you want us in your city, your town, or your state. We'll be right back in just a moment for the Television Talk Show, Issues. Looking Good Clothing here in Columbus, downtown Columbus, Mississippi. Come check out their selections of church suits in all sizes, all colors, and all styles. Also, if you want that hip-hop urban look, they have that as well with Levi's, along with all of your great tennis shoes and baseball caps. Fitted or snap-ons, they got it going on at Looking Good, downtown Columbus. Go see Danny or Sherman and see what they have in stock for you. Check it out. Timberland boots. Also, Stacy Adams shoes. They have it all. Ties, shirts, whatever you need to make yourself look the best. It's all about looking good. Downtown Columbus. It's looking good. Looking good. Looking good. Back for the Television Talk Show, Issues, sitting here. And again, hats off to you because you are a minister, a pastor, and you deal with different people that are going through different changes. So that makes your job, I mean, that gives you even a more reason to do and love what you're doing, being that you're able to minister to them, not just send them through the program, but to give you a chance to actually minister to them and show them the ways to go.
And I'll be honest with you, that is important, brother. The ministry aspect of it is. But I'm also in recovery.
Okay.
I've been in recovery for 21 years.
Okay.
Yeah, I was a
So, and you know what? You know what? To say what you just said, because I talk to a lot of people, and when people are counseling or teaching, you know, some people have never been on drugs, like you say, you recovered. So how can somebody who's never experienced drugs tell you what ways and what not, how it's going to affect you, how it can or can't? Well, so you know from experience.
I know from, I have a different vantage point.
Right.
Now don't misunderstand me. People, you don't
with the degrees.
Right. You know, you need people with a book.
I understand.
You know, with that aspect of it as well. You need people that are therapists that may have never been on drugs
to work with the mind,
to work with the mind and to counsel them. And some of them are, you know, anointed people that, you know, to really be able to help them.
Right.
But you also, it doesn't hurt to have somebody that is in recovery.
Right. And nothing against those. Nothing against the degrees or anything like that. But I've always said to myself, if you've never been through it, how can you actually help somebody go through? That's just my philosophy.
Right. Well, you know that is true. However, you can help. Okay. But now it does give you a different vantage point.
Okay.
When you have been down, you know, it's easier to tell somebody. And I tell you something too. They can't fool me. You know, they come in.
So when they come in and try to tell you,
come in and try to sneak in some foreign, you know, specimen or something.
Right.
And I read them pretty well.
Right, because now they got urine that you can buy to use
absolutely.
Yes.
Oh man, let me tell you something. One thing about an addict, if it can be done, an addict can do it.
They can figure it out.
Yeah, and when the drug, like for example, we got the 10-panel drug test. With the 10-panel, we test for so many different substances.
Right.
But you know, man, I had a guy that had a thing strapped on him that ran down by his private and was he hit a button and it come out.
Technology, man, I tell you.
And you want to give people privacy, but you have to kind of be able to discern and to kind of, you know, and let them know, listen, if you come in here and you're not honest,
right,
you're not really gonna benefit from what we offer. Yeah, yeah. But we have a great team. We have the police chief. He does
Fred Shelton.
Fred Shelton, Chief Shelton. He designates an officer to come in to work as security for us, or work as an officer
A liaison,
during court. We have Mr. Willie Sanders, who is our therapist, and he does an outstanding job.
Right.
We have our drug court judge is Judge Gary Goodwin, and we have Cindy Grant, who is our case manager. And you have myself, I'm the coordinator.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay, and what are and I know you got a busy schedule here. We're gonna make time for our next guest as well.
Yeah, sure.
But what are the steps if you do come into your program and you fail?
Well,
I mean, how many chances do you get?
Well, we have sanctions. We give them a booklet that our judge developed, and it's sanctions and it's incentives. You come in, you do what you're supposed to do, you're going to be rewarded. And the person that does the best in the month may get a gift card, or something like that. But the persons that you basically have 3 strikes. We give people, if you come in and you have a problem with opiates.
That's the word I'm looking for, and I'm glad you said that.
It's an epidemic.
Okay. Why now? And we don't want to make this out of black and white thing, because they're saying you have African Americans that usually use more crack than the average Caucasian person. So now they're saying that use that word.
The opiates now.
The opiates, and they're saying they're trying to make a way for that versus people been doing drugs but now, I mean, how do you juggle that?
Well, there are more, when you have, and there are going to be some disparities, you know, you got to look at some cultural differences. And some social differences. Crack was not, quote unquote, seen as an epidemic because, you know, it was basically in poverty areas, and it was more probably minorities using it. But at the time, during that same era, methamphetamine hit the scene, and really exploded, and
you said exploded, but it can explode by making it.
Absolutely. And so it really grew to a point to where, and basically it was a lot of Caucasians, you know, doing methamphetamine. But here lately, I've seen a lot of
African
Americans doing it as well because it's cheap and it's easier to get a hold to. And in opiates, there are a lot of young, urban, white that were doing opiates. So the pharmaceutical companies are doing things to keep them from being able to crush it. And so now they're going to heroin.
And pill popping is a major aspect in today's society.
Absolutely. But see, listen, now the pills are, you know, I was at a conference.
They're weighing out.
Well, the trend is going down, but the trend of, even in Mississippi, of heroin is skyrocketing. Because, you know, you got $20 for a pill. You got $5 for a hit of heroin. And that's why people, they don't know what they're putting in it. So that $5 could overdose you. You know, if somebody take it and they pass out and overdose, that's why they're getting, you know, these hospitals are being overrun right now.
Man,
that's why it's an epidemic. That's one reason.
Here on Issues Television Talk Show, we're educating you. We're giving you information, good information that can help somebody. Can you look in the camera and say issues?
Issues.
We'll be right back in just a moment after these television commercial breaks. The Television Talk Show Issues.
Issue. 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 Issue.
It's a beautiful day in Columbus, Mississippi, here at Country Air's first annual Moms and Dads Day. What better way to do it than today? They had a great time with the kids, meeting and greeting and playing and passing out Easter eggs and barbecuing. And I mean, so many great things have taken place here on today. Hats off to Chad, a.k.a. Sip, him and so many others that put this event on in the complex. Y'all check out all the fun that they're having, and they're going to try to do this another year and make it annually. It's going on here in Columbus at Country Air. It's the first annual Moms and Dads Hangout right here in Country Air. Check it out. It's all about fun and entertainment with the kids right here, Country Air. It's Issues Television Talk Show, showing you how to branch out and show what's going on all over the Golden Triangle area.
Issue. 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 Issue.
We're live for the television talk show, Issues, live here at Tim Scott Park, doing something positive for the kids. As always, Ward 5, Stephen Jones, City Councilman here, along with so many other supporters, D-South, South Tracks here, Mr. Bill, but his name is Curtis. He played Santa Claus here a few months back here for the kids doing something positive. How you feel today being out here?
I feel great. It's a wonderful day. The kids are having fun. We're just starting the Easter egg hunt, so it's going to be a great day.
And your participation, how you feeling about being out with the kids today as well?
It's always a blessing to do something for the kids.
Hey man, we're live for the television talk show. Can y'all look at the camera and say Issues?
Issues.
We'll be right back in just a moment for the television talk show, Issues.
Issue. 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 Issue.
Having a great time out here with the big citywide Sim Scott Easter egg hunt. The fire department of Columbus is here, the rescue team, the public relations guys here, the assistant chief is here, one of our engineer firefighters are here. We're having a great time. Chief, how do you feel about being a part of this today?
It's always great to get out here. Weather is beautiful. Can't do anything but have a good time, something positive.
All right, and you being a firefighter engineer, how you feel about being out here today?
Having fun in the sun. I love it.
Having fun in the sun, man. Can y'all look in the camera and say Issues?
Issues.
We'll be right back.
Issue. 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 Issue.
We're live for the television talk show, Issues here at Sim Scott Park in Columbus, having a great time with Councilman Jones here of Ward 5 doing something positive with all the kids along with the Easter Bunny. How do you feel today, Councilman?
Feel great. We had a great turn. We're having a great turnout. We got lots of stuff, lots of prizes. We have $100 in each age group to give away. I mean, it's a big party just for the kids, and it's all positive.
And what gave you the desire to want to do something like this in your ward?
Well, we try to give back to the kids. I can remember when I was young, staying right over there in that house where we were able to walk out here to the park. Even if my mom didn't feel like bringing us over here, we could walk out here, have a good time, and it'd all be safe, and go back home, and everything was good.
Everything's good. How you feel today? Can you wave? The Easter Bunny is waving. So again, to what you're doing today, you got a lot of participants, a lot of people sponsored helping you out with this occasion, right?
Exactly.
Any
It's not
special
just me
thanks
by
to
my-
anybody?
It's not just me by myself, the whole community. We have J5, Zachary, all the way from
Exclusive
Ward
Clothing,
5 to
Signature
downtown,
Sounds.
Exclusive Clothing, Signature Sounds, yourself, Mayor's Office, everybody participating in this event. I mean, we have local people that even if they couldn't give the $5, they gave to this event because they know it's positive for the kids.
Okay, great. Can you look in the camera, Councilman, and say Issues?
Issues.
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 Thank you. Muffler Magic, 110 Tuscaloosa Road at Columbus. Voted best muffler shop in all of the Golden Triangle area. Glass packs, turbos, converters, all sizes and new and used tires. Check them out. Give them a call at 662-327-6991. Over 4,000 used tires in stock. Floor Masters, stock mufflers will meet or beat any prices on exhaust systems. 110 Tuscaloosa Road in Columbus. Over 30 years of experience. Check it out. 110 Tuscaloosa Road in Columbus. We're live at the television talk show Issues, doing something positive here in the Golden Triangle area. We have one of the sponsors who are part of the Easter egg hunt that they do annually here, Stephen Jones, along with Mr. Jabbar Elms. How you feel about doing something positive for the community today?
You know, to whom much is given, much is required. And so at J5, that's been our mission, to always give back to our community, to always be, you know, good stewards of our resources, and always try to be positive. So we feel good about it.
Okay, and do you have any little ones out here today?
Yes, I have 2 grandkids. I have a grandson and a granddaughter. Even got a grandson in the oven. So,
in the oven, okay.
Yeah, so he won't be getting no eggs this year, but maybe in a couple of years he'll be getting some eggs.
Well, if the parents eating eggs, the baby getting eggs.
Yeah, she gonna eat a lot of eggs.
And she gonna eat a lot of eggs.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, all right, so great to have you here on the show today. Can you look in the camera and say issues?
Issues.
We're live, and we'll be right back in just a moment after these television commercial breaks for the television talk show Issues.
Issue. 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 Issue.
We live here with some positive brothers, the chief and the electrical. And don't forget about the director of transportation, Mr. Jackson. We're here with the kids that are doing something positive. They're always giving back. City of Columbus making it happen with the Issues television talk show. Can y'all say something to the people and let them know what's going on? How you feel, Mr. Stewart? Good. It was upside down.
Now, I don't know whether they're mental issues or whatever, but they're issues.
We having a good time, man. Anything you want to say to them out there? You good. We'll be right back in just a moment after these television commercial breaks with the television talk show Issues. Once again, like I promised you, we was going to be dealing with all types of positive issues today. That if you need help with anything that you're going through, we're here to give you information about it. Right now on the show, Miss Dorothy, how you doing today?
I'm good. How you doing?
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Years ago, we had you on the show Issues, and you've transformed into a whole nother route. Can you tell me what you actually do today?
Yes, I am the victim's advocate for the City of Columbus. I deal with all domestic violence cases and sexual assault cases that come through the City of Columbus.
Okay, and being that you handle a position like that, because you used to be with Safe Haven, if I'm not mistaken.
Right.
Okay, and how does that 2 and 2 tie in together? Is it the same avenue or?
Yes, it's the same avenue dealing with domestic violence victims.
Okay.
When I was working at Safe Haven, I was the domestic violence coordinator and sexual assault coordinator there. And I was helping the ladies with their housing and making sure that they have referrals to all type of counseling and trying to get them a fresh start when they be left their abusers.
Okay.
But the position I'm in now at the police department, the cases come through the court system.
Okay.
And when they get arrested, the defendant be arrested for the assault, then I will contact the victim to let them know what's going on with that case.
Okay.
Because the cases go to court, they go for their preliminary hearing or misdemeanor hearing, and then I contact the victim and let the victim know exactly what's going on through the court system.
Okay. Let me ask you this. How do you deal with the situation when one of the husband or the wife, for say, if she's lying like she's been assaulted or beat up or abused, how do y'all handle that once you find out that she was giving wrong information?
Well,
I know it's probably a police situation, but I mean, after it has fallen under your doorstep, how do you handle that task?
okay, if the affiant come and say that she has been assaulted by her husband or boyfriend or whatever, then we ask them to do a police report. And if they do the police report, an affidavit, and that person would, the prosecutor would look at the affidavit and see if it's significant evidence to put on the judge's desk, the judge sign a warrant, and that person will be picked up. And then the person will come to court and they will plead guilty or not guilty, and if, normally they'll plead not guilty, and then the trial, they'll have a trial, and that's when the judge will make the decision who's lying or not.
Okay, but again, I understand you said the judge will make the decision who's lying or not. What steps do you take once you find out that that individual told a lie about being assaulted or abused?
Well, it's kind of hard to say because we don't want to. We want to offer them the help,
right?
Because we never know. One time they may come in and say that it happened, but then they come back and say it didn't happen
because they've been made up after the fact.
Yes, because it's a cycle. Domestic violence is a cycle. So it's going to rotate if someone don't stop it. It's going to continue to happen. So therefore, we have to give them the resources that they need so they can stay in a healthy relationship. Because my job is to have them to be in a healthy relationship, not say, because everybody is not just going to just get beat up or verbally or physically abused and say I don't want to be in this relationship no more.
Right.
So that's where I come in and I give them healthy relationship techniques to use so they can stay in their relationship.
Yes, ma'am. If they wanted to reach out to you and get more information about what you handle on a day-to-day basis, give them your full name and a phone number that they can reach you.
Yeah, my name is Dorothy Givens, and I'm the victim advocate for the City of Columbus, and my number is 662-244-3508. And you can call if you have any questions concerning about domestic abuse or anything like that. You can call me, and I'm just a phone call away, and I'm here to help.
Ma'am, we really thank you for the information and the
Thank
time
you for
that you've
having
given
me.
today. And again, I hope this show will help somebody,
Yeah, I hope so.
encourage somebody if they're going through a situation, whether it's drugs, like Mr. Dishmeek was talking about earlier on the show, and just anything, because you just never know. People are sheltered and can be abused or doing drugs and forced to do drugs and so many other hypothetical things that go on in the world today. So we want to make sure that if you're out there listening, you can email the show. We'll be more than happy to connect you. IssuesTelevisionTalkShow@gmail.com, or either give us a call at 662-386-6064 if you got an issue. And again, we're here to help you. We're doing positive things all over the city, all over 4 states, Mississippi, Alabama, Tennessee, and Arkansas, and we want to be able to help you. And again, if you need us in your city or your town, give us a call. We want to be there for you. We'll be back next week, same time, same place, with more exciting things right here. The show comes on each and every Saturday morning. If you have DirecTV, 6:30 a.m., set your DVRs. If you got cable, check us out on My Mississippi at 10 p.m. on Sunday nights. It's a television talk show. Can you look in the camera and say issues?
Issues.
Rick, don't go. Please, Rick, don't go.